The market is gearing up for the biggest week in earnings season. Let's talk about it on the Weekend Update. Okay, friends, let's look at the market. Here's what you need to know. First up, here's the market the way we've always looked at it. S&P 500 is in red. 50-day moving average is here in this yellowy orange line. Purple is our 200-day moving average. And what can I tell you? Market looks great here. All-time highs were last week, and we spent this week mainly coming down. But I think there's probably a good reason for that. We'll get to that on the next slide. But some positive things to note on this chart. Notice the upward slope here of the 50-day moving average. Remember that our 50-day moving average is our first level of support. So anytime the market is nice and close to its 50-day moving average, feels good, right? We don't need to drop a whole lot before the supports start to kick in. 200-day moving average is much stronger support. We haven't had a test of that since last year. But what I like about the 200-day moving average moving up here, and it's going to continue to move higher each and every day, it has now moved above that low during the yen carry trade unwind. And so that feels really good, right? So we don't need to revisit those lows before the support of the 200-day comes in. All in all, what does this look like? Productive, positive, confidence-inspiring market. Things look good. But the market is a little bit on edge here. Let's talk about what's happening this week. I think the market's bracing for next week. Next week is going to be the most important week of earnings season. Let's just kind of run the gamut here. Ford, so it'll be interesting, sort of like a dichotomy between Tesla and Ford on the automaker side of things. So far this earnings season, I will say Tesla has had the best release of any company. But then as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this is where the FANG stocks come in, the Magnificent Seven stocks, basically the large market moving stocks. Alphabet, aka Google, on Tuesday. I'll also be interested in Visa. Remember, we talked about them recently, lower transaction volumes. I want to see if that's hanging around. McDonald's as well. Let's see if there's any respite coming on the restaurant side of things. That E. coli thing is going to probably muck up their quarter, though. AMD on the chip side is interesting. We'll see. So we get into Wednesday, Meta, aka Facebook, Microsoft, again, large market moving companies. This will be very important. I'm also going to be interested hearing from Caterpillar to see what the industrial segment of the economy is looking like. This would be things like all the large construction that's happening because of all the stimulus, post-COVID stimulus, the Inflation Reduction Act, etc. I think Caterpillar is a recipient of that. Also, maybe a little read about what's going on in China. Then as we get into Thursday, of course, Amazon, consumer discretionary, Apple, one of the largest companies in the world. That's going to be very important. Uber might give me a little bit about that discretionary travel demand. And then Friday, some oils. Let's see what they say. So next week is going to be the most important week for earnings season. We're not going to process all of this data until we get to the following week. So we'll certainly be talking live about what's going on. But I think it'll be that following week that we'll be able to process what happens next week and see what it all means. So there you go. Market looks good. Biggest week of earnings season is coming next week. I like our chances. I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, friends, that was the video. Hope you liked it. If you found it informative, good, entertaining, I'd love if you could scroll down here beneath the video and give me a like there. It helps us out with the algorithm. And then if you want to be notified first of anything new that we upload to the channel, if you come over here, click subscribe, you'll be the first to know as soon as we upload anything. Appreciate it. See you soon.